Check, check. There we go. Okay. Right, Flufflookies. Alrighty. Hi guys, welcome on. Tiffany here of Tiffany Cosplay. If you're new to the channel, we'd love to have you as part of our community. So subscribe to the channel here on YouTube, as well as don't forget to like the video while it is live. I'm a full-time costume and prop fabricator, as well as I can't talk, but I'm an educator here on YouTube. So welcome, welcome. I am a little sick today. I have started one of my medicines that's supposed to help with, long story short, my right ovary has 2 spots on it, and I'm on medicine now to hopefully help with it. So yeah, but the medicine is making me dizzy and a little bit nauseous. So I have a motion sickness patch on, and it's helping a little bit, but I'm not quite as cheerful today, and we will go as long as I can. But it may not be a full stream like normal. And Fluffles, who's also in the background, she's also sick today. She was throwing up all last night. So we're just a little sick family here. But yeah, welcome on guys. Hi Noms, Caspian, Real, and Angry, and anybody else that is watching, lurking, or watching later on the VODs. Hello, hello. Are you gonna stay or are you gonna go? I know, I was all quiet and now I'm talking and you're quiet. Wizard, thank you for the $20 donation. I really appreciate it. Much love. That will be going towards the Glowforge funding. Yes. I will write it down. I didn't get my little thing out. Are you my booklet? You are my booklet. Oh, she just got cupy. Hi, little girl. I'm sorry you don't feel well. Okay. Okay. I will write it down. Cross off from last stream. La la. La la. Alright. I got it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Perfect combo for crafting. I know! Perfect, right? No, it's day 3 now on the medicine. So it's kind of trying to balance me, but it's also like my body is like, no, we don't like this. And yeah, crafting has been fun. I've been trying to keep it easy, but I cannot sit still. I go nuts if I'm just like laying down. So yeah. But Heidi Gaming Father, welcome on in clip. Yeah. Well, I do have, so, oh, by the way, today we are working on Lilith from Diablo 4. I have actually made a couple of things already from her, and I got a box today. A little boxy box. I have yet to open it, so I will open it first and then show it, because it shouldn't have any personal info. And this is going to be related to Lilith, so I'm excited. And no, it's not a statue. But I am accepting if anybody wants to send me a Lilith statue. I'm totally fine with that. Okay. Gotta be careful when cutting it. Yeah, there's a piece of paper that's needs to hide over here. Where's yeah, we can stay there. Okay. Oh, sorry, Fluffles. Here you go. Do you want your own chair? Let me get you your own chair. There's Fluffles' chair. Right here. Come here. Here you go. Oh, it's okay. There you go, Fluffles. There's Fluffles' chair. There you go. We'll see if she stays there. I put her on my sewing machine chair. Oh, I was flipping, is that correct? Kinda correct. We are switching to this one. Yeah, feel free if you ever want to send me something, you can send something to my P.O. Box. Just give me a message, otherwise I don't typically check it very much. So, okay. Bonjour. much I'm going to be using. But what I actually got is this. And I discussed it a little bit. It's 2 different thicknesses. Hopefully it's all correct. I think one is a 2mm and one is a 3mm. But this is what we're gonna be using for the wings. So the fact that it still stretches and will still be like actual bat wing, and it's see-through, and I can airbrush paint it, and it'll give the kind of look of realistic wings, at least in my mind. So I'm hoping this will work. I'm excited to try it out. So that is the goal. That just came in today. I'm really happy because they never said they shipped it, and I was getting concerned. Ugh. It is a bit heavy though, which is another concern. Kind of messed around with it. I look well, honestly, for someone who is dizzy and nauseous. I like to think I can still put on a show when I'm feeling sick. So thank you. Yeah, but I'm excited. Got that material. Also, you might have seen in my stories, I'm just going to show you what I've done for Lilith so far. I gotta take it off of the form. He's a little stuck. So first is the breastplate that we're starting on. It is Warbler. Basically, I had one of my forms and did a mold of it to get this, and then traced out my lines, and then I made a pattern off of this. The top shirt part is going to be one type of leather. The corset is another leather, and it's a bunch of leather all over it. I love leather, and I'm using a lot of leftover scrap leather that I've had in my stash room. But I always like, for any costumes that have breast areas for traveling, if you're going to cover anything or whatever, they tend to get really dented. And because this one has like this fine detail like line thing, I wanted to be able to put my stuff on it and it still stay like that without having to glue it to my skin. I thought that would be really like agitating for it. So that is that. Angry, thank you for the 13 months of being a member. Write it down, write it down. There you go. I appreciate it. Much love. And I will write that down. Okay. Yeah, typically I try to stream on Tuesdays, but I was really feeling bad yesterday, so remember. Got it. Thank you. And then what I just finished yesterday, so this is the part of the leather corset. So each one of these are individual pieces of leather that have all been glued together. And then I've done a bunch of detail works. I don't know if it comes across too much, but a bunch of lines. And this part in the front is all plain because that is where the black part with the bones stick out. I don't know what to call it, but that's going to be attached on top of this. And then that's basically where the breasts are there. And I purposely made it where it has a little bit more of a flare. So this would be my waist and then flare out. And then there's another part that we're going to work on today, which is the lower section of the corset thingy. Not sure, but yeah, it's, I don't know how well it'll show on camera. And I do have a little video that I'm going to be posting tomorrow about this, so y'all get an early look of it. But yeah, so that's it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a lace up with it or if I'm going to do a zipper in the back. So yeah, my tummy's a little bleh. But I'm really happy with it. I kind of have an obsession with corsets too, so I'm happy to be going back into it. Yep. So it is like a cloth type of fabric. Looks kind of like paper cloth being wrapped in packages. Oh, Wizard. No, I did not play the beta. I watched it, but I'm gonna wait till for full release to play D4. Yeah. So, but I saw a few parts of. I saw 2 streamers when they got to talk to the hologram version of Lilith and different parts of it. So it looks really good. I'm excited for it. It got me all inspired to make Lilith again, and I was like, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. So yeah. Oh, other thing, in the background you might see, some of the cameras might see more of my Princess Mononoke costume. That one I did have plans on doing a photo shoot over this last weekend, but my medicine was like, no, you're not going to. So that is being pushed back another week. So yeah, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think TikTok may be like, no, you can't share it because there's a wee bit of fake blood here and there. So yeah, but if for those who were on the stream for last, I showed y'all. Here is the dagger that is finished. Fake blood, not real. TikTok, don't ban me, please, because they updated their guidelines. And then the shoes that we made last stream too, which are a wee bit dirty. So yeah, I'm happy with how they came out. And then I did just for the straps a Velcro little thing that helps keep it on. I just have to wear socks with them. But yeah, a lot of fake dirt and fake blood and a lot of simple green, just dousing it so it kind of looked like I walked in trenches. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the breastplate is Warbler, which is a thermoplastic. Basically, it's a plastic that's hard, and when you use a heat gun, it heats it up and becomes soft, and you can mold it around things. And then when it cools, it becomes hard again. So that's a cool thing. The material that was in the box is latex, a transparent one, which is like latex gloves, kind of, but a different thickness. So yeah. I think that's it for the show and tell. So we can start working on Lilith now with all the stuff. So start with this. This is scrap leather that I had. And I was like, hey, this is perfect. Let me use it. This specific hide I didn't use too much because it actually, when it touches other leather, it dyes it. Leather sometimes will rub off on other ones, so this one has always had to be in a like trash bag, so that way it doesn't rub off onto the veg tan, like the tan colored leather, because that'll kind of ruin it. But it works perfect for, so you have the normal corset, it's the lower corset, and then I'm also using this for the front skirt panel. And that's what we're going to be working on today. So I traced out the pieces, and we're going to cut them out, and then there's a few other pieces that I have to trace and cut out. So we'll kind of play it by ear how much I do. Yeah. Let me know if YouTube, if y'all want me to, for this camera here, if you want me to lighten it to see better. I know it's a little difficult to see. I'm like super white onto super black material, so. And for those that are still on TikTok or on Instagram, I'm actually live streaming on youtube.com/TiffanyGordonCosplay, and that is where I'm reading chat and answering questions. So go over to YouTube if you want to ask something. So yeah, and we're working on Lilith today. The cat thing disappeared. Okay. So, let us cut out. Nice thing about this is you can pretty much, because it's not super thick and it's pretty soft, you can just use scissors to cut it. And the other corset that I wore earlier, that one was just cut out with scissors. I'm not on camera. There we go. Like, where is my camera? Okay. I'll just kind of turn it like that a little. Maybe see a little more. I think TikTok's got the best view from the two phones. Princess Mountain okay cosplay looks really on point. Thank you, I appreciate it. Honey Bro, how are you today? Yeah, I had one person on YouTube that like chewed me out about my the mask part, and they're like, I think the painting is terrible and you missed it because it's supposed to be wood and it's shiny. And it's like, have you ever seen African tribal mask? And have you ever seen painted wood? And have you ever seen wood that's been touched for tons and tons of times and the oil on your skin or from your skin gets on it and polishes it? Not to mention the mask isn't shiny really. So I had to laugh about that. But otherwise, most other people have really liked the painting. My biggest fear with this cosplay though is because I'm going so far off from, like, my version of Princess Mononoke is, I want it to look like the character actually lived there and is not all pretty, and I want it to be dirty and a little bit bloody. More real life. And I know some people will be like, this is too much. So I'm waiting to see that, but hopefully it won't be too bad. I'm really liking it though. And I am also planning on wearing it to my next convention, so yeah. So it'll be going to the first convention that I'm a guest as of right now is Monsterpalooza, which will be in California the first weekend of June, and then the last weekend of June is SoonerCon. I'll most likely be bringing it to that one as well, but we'll see. Lilith will be going to Monsterpalooza as well. Hi son, welcome on. How are you? There we go. Okay. We'll just go here. I am PC. And then I have a Switch. I don't play it too much. Games that I am currently playing are Sons of the Forest. I'm just about done finishing it. It's really good. I probably will replay it once it's finally finished, because there's definitely like one side of the island is just, there's nothing. So in-game is very and I'd like them to change some of the crafting things. But that, and then I've kind of stopped playing Genshin. I'll go back to it later. It's one of those where I come back and forth to it. And then that's it right now. I kind of go in waves with games. I'm waiting for I think it's called Fabledom or something, and you have all these little meeps and you make a little village, and it's like a city builder game, and I am obsessed with it. Their demo was amazing and I played it like 4 times, and I'm waiting. They're like, it comes out in Q2. It was Q1 and then they changed it, and every day I'm checking like multiple times on their Twitter. They're like finally saying we're gonna announce the date soon, and it's a 2-man group that made it like indie game kind of thing, and I'm just like because I'm just gonna play it so much. It's so good. Their demo is still out if y'all want to check it out, but otherwise I'm not playing too many other games right now. D4 I'll be playing that when it comes out, and then I don't really know. I don't have a lot of time to play games anymore, unfortunately. unfortunately. But I do watch tons and tons of people stream games. I think we might chop that up into scraps. It's a large enough section. And then there's 2 little circles. The only thing is, I always get really sore with these scissors. They rub. Yeah. Yeah. You've been arguing with Amazon for about a week about your hat. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you can get it set back up. And I hope it's not Amazon Prime account. I know those are more difficult. Yeah, I did see your comment on it. I appreciate it. Yeah, I just recently reordered one of my foundations off of Amazon, and they sent me the wrong thing. And I'm like, I don't know if the item has been like, it's a Maybelline like powder thing. And I'm not sure if it's discontinued because it's like a new product that I haven't seen, but I'm not 100% sure. And I'm also, when it comes to getting wrong orders, I'm really lazy and can't be bothered to send it back. So I'm kind of, but yeah. Okay. That part is finished. So this is the front skirt panel. And I'll rotate these for y'all, so y'all can see too, but still go to YouTube. You get a better view. So this is, actually, you may not get a better view. I'm not sure. Front panel. It goes here. So yeah, and I do plan on distressing it. I don't want it to be, it's like super shiny, or well, not super shiny, but for leather it's shiny. And it does have a line that I'll be tracing. I'll be beveling all of my edges. And then for this specific leather, you can scratch it really badly and easily. And I want to try doing that to kind of mimic the actual statue, because it has that a little bit. And then the plan will be, I need to find some red fabric that I'll probably wrap over some like 2mm EVA foam and then glue on top. And I haven't decided, so on the, so this is the part I was talking about. So all of this part is red, and then for the bottom part and this top part, I haven't decided if I'm gonna make these out of EVA foam or 3D model and 3D print them, since I've been figuring out my resin printer. So yeah. By the way, that's why Nilo from Genshin is taking for so long, is because I'm learning my resin printer off of it. So far, I finished all of my 23 prints that were all different types of prints and different types of adding supports and figuring things out, and it was about a 50% pass, 50% fail. So I learned a lot, and now it's tweaking. So yeah, but I'm having fun with it. We'll put this to the side temporarily. Voila! Okay, the next part is all of the bottom part of the corset. I don't know what it's called. Flip to that. And cheers, guys. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you are new. I'd love to have you as part of our cosplay building community, as well as don't forget to like the video while it's live. Helps with the YouTube algorithm. And then for those that are on TikTok or on Instagram, I'm actually streaming on YouTube, so go over there. Yeah. Oh, it's Prime? Oh, I'm sorry. Hopefully it gets situated. I do awesome work. Aw, thank you. I really appreciate that. Good. Stressed and ready for spring break. Yeah, it's weird to me because it's like in Texas when it's around spring break time for everybody, it's stupid hot and everybody goes to the beach. Here, we still have snow And I'm just like, this is so weird, because what do you do? Do you go skiing for spring break, or do you travel like really far away to like a warm place? I don't know, it's weird, so. Okay, so let us start cutting the rest of our pieces. I did change it, cool. Alright. There we go. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Okay. I do play, so when it came to PS and Xbox, I was always Xbox. So a lot of PC games that I play, I still play with my Xbox controller, like all my Assassin's Creed games. Which their new one should be coming out the next few months, I think, if I remember right. Hi Boxy, how are you? Wait, were you able to change your name? I swear you weren't able to change it last time. I'm not sure. Resin printer nice, is it expensive? I mean, it's just like plugged downstairs. I'd say the more expensive thing is like getting all of the extra. So when you have a resin printer, you have to have like the cleaning station and everything, but you do still have to have all the extra materials. So obviously your resin, which can get pricey. You need to have lots of different types of alcohol, so a 99 one and a 91 mix one. You need spatulas to clean out things. You need lots of gloves. Gloves will probably be a big expense. I'm trying to stay really clean and keep using the glove, so back and forth, but it just depends on if I'm messy that time. And then you need filters, so if there's a misprint, you can filter out all of the bad stuff and then reuse the resin. You need funnels and just a bunch of other little things, but it's gonna be, what I'm finding out with the resin printer, it's really good for details. I have a smaller resin printer, so I can't do too big of pieces, so I'll have to figure out how to puzzle piece them together, because right now I'm still in the testing phase of just doing small jewelry pieces. But it does seem to be a bit more fragile for some pieces, and even printing them solid. So I'm gonna kind of have to figure that one out. And I haven't tried cleaning them up yet. So all the support structures with resin printing are all these lattice works, and they come off really easy, but you have all of these tiny little spots on the back, and you gotta be able to file them and clean them up. I have all the tools for that just because of jewelry making, but I haven't tried it yet. So we'll see in the end how well it goes, and if, at least for my speed and how fast I can work, if resin printing will be worth it for certain things, or if I should do EVA foam work instead. So, yeah. Long explanations, I know. Okay. Cut a few and then read chat again. We're at least not making super loud noises yet. It's gonna be easier for me to cut it off of our big piece, and then I can cut it. So we'll do that. I try as much as possible, so I save like all my leather scraps for the most part, and I have a whole bin, but I try to use scraps for cosplays as much as possible and not buy stuff unless I need to for like a specific thing I have in mind. Ugh, I'll take this off. All my my lights are on, so it's a little more toasty right now. But yeah, for Lilith, I have a good bit of everything patterned. I know somebody last time was asking if I was going to be releasing my patterns on my website for her, and I am trying to make as much as I can patterns as I go, but they will be my size, so if you are not tiny, then you'll have to figure out scaling from them, but you'll at least have a base for everything. Currently snowing right now. Yeah, we had snow, I think 5 days ago, and it stayed on the ground in the shadow areas. We still have it, but we're slowly getting a little bit warmer, which is nice because it's been really cold. And when it gets warmer, it makes it a lot easier for me to glue and paint. I'm a bit behind. Yeah, we're still like in the 20s in the morning. So I don't think we're getting any more snow. I don't think so, but you never know. I mean, I don't know. I haven't lived here long enough. But I do know it's snowing a bit later in the year for here, is what I've been told. Hi Comic Cap, welcome on, how are you? YouTube finally lets you change your name, yeah. Wait and see if we get TGC minifigs out of the resin printer. I had somebody gave me a good suggestion though of doing a whole series of like stickers of fluff in my costumes. So like chibi versions, which I think would be really cute. I would love to continue to do merch, but I need a design team. I'm too, and I need money to do that too. That's the other thing, which is why I haven't really gone too much into it. But yeah. I'm hoping once I get the Glowforge done though, that's like my big goal, is get that and then start making the beginner cosplay kits. So like a beginner kit to make horns out of EVA foam, so to help people learn and things like that. And I really want to do that, and then potentially do workshop at cons with it. Which is one of the big reasons for the Glowforge, for investing in that. I just realized that it's not even far behind am I? I know I'm behind. Long explanation, but good info. Sounds like resin printing is a bit more involved than... Yeah, I'd say it's a bit more involved. At least on the back end, if you have a failure, you have to clean up a lot more, in my opinion, and then you have to do a lot more with... So like, I'm learning how to... So with a normal printer, like a PLA kind of printer, that one you can just honeycomb the inside. Where with resin printers, you can't do that. It's either solid or you have to make holes. Like there's a, I forget what I'm using, lychee slicer. And that program, you can have it hollow it out, but then you have to do drainage holes in it. So that way, when the resin prints, it's not stuck inside. So learning the correct placements of them, for me, I want to hollow everything. I want everything to be super lightweight, but learning that certain pieces should just be solid. Don't hollow it, and that's kind of where, like, I'm learning all of this stuff. And that was the big thing for my Milo costume, which is why I'm not really too concerned that it's taking so long, because I'm doing it as a learning cosplay. So yeah. Hi urchins, welcome on. If you have my size bar for the pattern, oh gosh. Oh, update on Chaz, he's still having issues. He's been taking his arthritis medicine, which seems to give him a little more life, but he's still having a lot of issues with pottying. Which could still be part of arthritis and the fact that he's not eating enough fiber. So still doing is, he basically gets twice a day a salad. Like he's always gotten lettuce and like vegetables, but now he gets a salad with salad dressing on it, which is his medicine that I just cover the whole thing in, rather than trying to do a syringe into his mouth that he just baby drools out. But I think he's having issues with the bunnies that live outside, because he's litter box trained and he's never marked or anything and neutered, but now that I've moved here, he's heavily like on the edges of his cage, like this is my spot. So trying to work around him and figure all that out, but it is not been fun. Yeah. I'm working on Lilith from Diablo 4 right now, and we are currently working on the bottom section of the corset, as well as the front panel of the skirt. And these are all leather that I am cutting out right now. And then we've got one more piece to cut, and then I'm going to trace a few more pieces onto the leather. I like that the age on here is 0. Oh, you're starting your Mercy one now? That's cool. You reinstall Genshin one step closer to playing again. Yeah, I always find it funny every time I get on, seeing when people played last. I just wasn't a fan of the area and just kind of was like, meh, I don't want to play anymore. Yee! Welcome to the community. I'm still so far behind. Oh yes, Ches is definitely a sun bunny. He actually, so he was getting sun in his first location here, but he could see directly out the window, and I think the other bunnies that started stuff. So now he's in another area, so he can't see out the window because that was suggested, but he gets like direct sunlight in the afternoon, and he just loves roasting. Just like laid out, just like warm, and he has his own little heater too. He is a grumpy, spoiled old man, I swear. He's a good little boy, but very, yeah. He's a picky guy. Okay. Alright. Here now. Yeah, let me know for YouTube if y'all want me to change the exposure to light this up, because it's just black on black this part. And you can use a box cutter or X-Acto knife to cut leather as well, but it just sometimes doesn't come out as clean. And there's special tools and things too, but I don't want to spend more money. How do you run your Patreon and whatnot? I don't really do Patreon that much. I do it as a support thing, so you can just pay what you want to support me. And then I try to post some work in project pictures every now and then. I'm really bad at doing it though. I'd say the best way to support me is to follow me on all my social medias, like and comment on the stuff. As well as you want to do any financial stuff, you can become a member here on YouTube, and that is a monthly financial thing that gives you early access to my tutorials. You get a little badge next to your name, and you can use the specific channel emotes and things like that. As well as you can always donate. Write it down, write it down! Yeah, like that. Daniel, thank you for being a re-member of, or for 14 months. For Chesland and glory! I appreciate it. Much love. Yeah, I also have an Amazon wish list if you want to help support by getting any tooling that I have on there. That's always appreciated as well. Remember. And then Archage, thank you for also being a remember for 11 months. I appreciate it. Notification will come up in a bit. There we go. How was your trip to the US, Daniel? Hopefully it went well. Your work trip? Yeah, I think that's an updated wish list. I'm not sure. Write it down! Write it down! Hey, there's a notification. Yeah. I'm still behind. You know, Chuck Norris once fought Ches. To this day, Chuck won't talk about how he lost. Yep. Can confirm. Can confirm. He's my little gremlin. Oh my gosh. But he's been loving his arthritis medicine. Like, it's his favorite thing now. I'll come in the cage and sit down, and he gets so excited and comes and runs and just sits on my lap like, okay, I'm ready. But I have had to change his entire cage layout, so he now has, because he's having issues with jumping and it's his lower back, trying to make it so his litter box isn't as high, so he ends up having two of, they're now litter boxes for him, but they're glass cooking pan things. They're like, where is my, they're like that big, by like that. and perfect for him. And then he no longer has his small cage anymore because the ramp was too much for him because he just doesn't use it and he likes to jump in and out. So doing adjustments like that, it seems to kind of be helping, but yeah. To support Tiff, please sell your soul to Chess. It was nice. Disappointed that no aliens showed during the Avengers. You had only half day off, so you couldn't see much. Though many people say there wasn't much to see in Oakland, so it's okay. Okay. Going to Arizona next time. Nice. That should be, I think, warm. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, we gotta find a place that has a Whataburger for you, so you can try that. Okay, so here are the pieces that we cut out. Which one are you? Here too. Okay. So there are those three, and you can already see it's already scruffy. That's okay. So these pieces end up connecting under the corset here. So that will attach roughly about there. So yeah. And then the next thing we need to trace, which I'll have to cut out some paper, on the bottom of each of these is a trim. So we need to cut that out and then trace it onto our leather. And that should be the last of the leather that we're cutting today. And then I'll start drawing on where our glue is going to be, so we know where to apply the glue. And then we'll also be adding the scratched up details, and we'll kind of see where we are from there. And how I'm feeling. Yep. Sammy! How are you? I'm sad that Hoku said you were like coming in the room right when we stopped calling. So sorry we missed each other. Hope you're doing well. Same with Saburo. Next weekend you're going to Texas. Ah, yes. You'll get a Whataburger there. Yep. 2 weeks, can't wait for DreamHacks. I see so much about DreamHacks right now. Which I don't remember which DreamHacks it is though. Is it the Dallas one, or is it a different one? I know, you're finally going to Texas and I'm no longer there. Oh, we need my cutting mat. Ah! Don't attack me, please and thank you. Okay. Cutting mat, and then our 3 pieces. Yeah, for all of these pieces, I ended up doing patterns with saran wrap and masking tape, and then drawing on my lines, and then, I don't know why I've never done this. I've always done it where I laid out my pieces and I kind of taped them to the table to take a picture so I could then import it into Adobe Illustrator and trace my lines and do scaling. But I came to the conclusion, I have Cricut cutting mats that are sticky. And I can just put all of my paper on there, all of my patterns, and then do it from there. And it was just like, light bulb, this is so much easier. So now I'm starting to do that. But that's how I got all of these pieces. And actually, I've stopped using Adobe Illustrator for starting. I've just put it straight into Rhino, because Adobe Illustrator, it's a good, like, I used to do all my patterning in there and get all my lines, but it's very, it doesn't snap really. And you have to adjust things, and it's easier to work in Rhino. Because I can just draw my lines and be like, offset by 0.02 or whatever, and it'll do a line with the same curvature, and it works perfect like that. So that's how I've gotten a lot of this, but how I've kind of done these is all of this part right here, kind of pencil lined it, but that is where I'm going to draw the line onto the leather, and that's where my glue is going to be applied, and that should perfectly align with the veg tan corset part for when gluing in. So then that part, and then this one will glue onto here, and then this part will glue onto there, like that. So yeah, bigger pieces, but you get a lot more glue for it. Works out pretty well. Yeah. It's okay, just want to send love. Yeah. And if I do ever write a book, you're gonna help me. It has been decided. So yes. Hoku volunteered you, so you can blame him too. Okay, X-Acto knife, and then we'll write our step down. So I just need to write that this is. Oh, I do have it there. Okay, we're good. We are good. So this bottom trim is what we're cutting. I thought in advance, and I already did that. So great. Yep, good. Yep, good. There you go. That should be good. Good. And for those that are on TikTok or on Instagram, I'm actually live streaming on youtube.com/TiffanyCosplay, and that is where I'm reading chat and answering questions. So go over to YouTube, subscribe to the channel. It is free. Appreciate the support, and I'll answer questions there. Yeah. San Diego? Okay. Cool. I know. Weird. Yeah, so Cricut mats, they are sticky on purpose because you're supposed to stick, a Cricut machine is basically for cutting small fabric designs, doing vinyl, iron-on vinyls and stuff, for doing t-shirt designs that you're gonna iron on like stickers and things. So basically, so if this is your Cricut mat, this pink thing, it would be sticky and you would stick your sheet of paper on it so it wouldn't move. So when you put it into the machine, it goes back and forth and the machine hopefully won't peel it off. It does sometimes, depending on how sticky your mat is or if your material is too thick. So it is supposed to be sticky. And you do have a film that you put over it to kind of help keep the stickiness. It's what I used for my Gundam for doing all of the glue onto the fabric pieces. It helped it from moving and just staying in place. Honestly, I've used those mats more than I've used my Cricut machine. They're like the better investment, which is kind of funny. I'm cutting the wrong piece. Awesome. I should be cutting the bottom line. I mean, I have to cut this line too, but yeah, we'll trace this part first. We're gonna do it a little different. Derp. Okay. I'm gonna go real quickly use the restroom. I will be back, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm back in a second. Yee! continue to cut the same piece because I did the wrong one, but it still has to be done. So we will continue this way. Also, I'm excited for you to finish this build. Hey, you'll get to see it. This is the one you'll get to see it in person. This is the one I'm taking to Monsterpalooza. Yeah. Hopefully it will all work out. Hopefully. Hopefully. You might write a book. There's only one thing to say to that. Write it down. I did, so actually, it's coming out soon. I did help contribute to a book with Ultimate Cosplay, and that one is on thermoplastics, and I helped to do, like, I think 3 or 5 sections. I'll do an announcement once it comes out and I know more info. But yeah, so that's the first one that I've helped contribute quite a bit to, but I would like to write a book. It's just me and writing. Y'all know I can't read or spell to save my life. So I've always done tutorials just with videos, but I know there's a lot of people that have been asking for books and things like that. So yeah, I may dabble in that a little bit. Just some self-publishing on Amazon or something. It's a Mexican rock band called Mana. I was wondering what the band was. So I know you've done a bunch of other bands. Like, you've helped with the shows and things, but I didn't know if it was an actual touring with the same band or you were touring doing other types of bands. I wasn't sure. I hope you like the music. Because that would be a bit disappointing to hear it constantly if you didn't like the music. Hi Terrible, welcome on. How are you? Also, are you still playing Daisy? I know we, like, a while back we played it and then everybody kind of was like, oh, we're gonna go do Sons of the Forest instead, and then we kind of all just ditched. I didn't know if you still played it on your own or not. I still like Daisy and still play it, but didn't know since you kind of got banned a little bit. Rule 1 of Tiffany. Tiff doesn't make mistakes. It's all planned for the content. Yes, that was, I have to show you I'm not a robot, right? Beep boop 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 beep boop. So editors are for, you provide the large brush strokes. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, I just never really thought about it. But yeah, hopefully we'll do one. Okay, now that we have those traced, we're actually gonna, since I did the wrong one. Oh, I smell food. We're going to do this. So if you don't know, this is a specific, I use it for my phone, but it's Tandy Leather is the pin, and it is just like a silver white gel pen kind of thing, and it's specific for leather because it rubs off, but I use it also for foam because it rubs off, and you don't have, like, unlike Sharpies on foam, the oil from the EVA foam will destroy your Sharpie really fast, where this, it's just once it runs out, it runs out. There's no ruining it, so. No, you played Daisy with us. Or did you not? you downloaded it and you were in the same chat with us, with all the guys, and you, I know you kept having issues with getting the mods, but I guess you never actually got in the game, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so this one here, and with leather, so basically all of our marks are going to be on the top part. This will rub off from the top part, which is good, but tape, if we put tape on this top surface, it's going to permanently leave a mark on our leather. So that's why I only taped it on the back when I traced everything, and I do all my lines on the back because you don't see. So with this, we're not going to tape it down, we're just going to put weights on it. So that way it won't move as much. But this first line is going to be a line for us to know where to apply our contact cement glue for attaching all of the pieces together. Hi Colin, welcome in. Do you choose cosplays for how they look or for not what the character represents their story, or both? I made a cosplay from no so much because of design, but what? I think I understand your question. I mean, it depends. A lot of times I get obsessed with the character, and then I choose it because I like how they look. Sometimes I think they're badass characters, things like that. I do typically stay away from things that are trending, which I think Lilith probably will have tons of cosplays about her, but it's one that I really like. Wings, I loved her design. I actually started on Lilith I was in Kerrville, so at least a year ago, if not 2 years. And I done the wings, I drew it on the wall, and it was it got really popular and threw it back in the closet. So yeah, I kind of started it, but all the stuff I used I did for it, I just scrapped when I restarted it. But I like to just make characters that I really love the design for. I really like detailed characters. Things that I'm interested in. If it's trending, I'm not interested too much in it. Sometimes I'll do it, sometimes I'm not. Characters that I really love, their story and background, I really geek out on, and I think I do it too much because people just don't understand why I did certain things. Or other people aren't as far into the show, and I get a lot of negative stuff on that. And I do those cosplays for me, but I do have to be aware of this can also kind of hurt me in a way. For instance, Vegeta. Vegeta was a cosplay strictly for me, not for anybody else. I didn't make it to get attention. I didn't make it to I made it because Vegeta's my favorite character, and I wanted to make a Vegeta cosplay, my own version, and I got a lot of people really liked it, but there was a lot of people that really hated it too, just because I'm a skinny little white girl. I had no muscles. That's okay. I was doing my own little version, and I didn't want to be a booby version of it. It's okay if you do, but that's not how I wanted to do it. So there was a lot of mixed about that. But I just like making what I want. I find if I do commissions or make things from, in the past I've done rewards for the community of vote on what I'm gonna make next. If I'm not interested in the subject, my craftsmanship is really bad on it, and I just kind of lose interest really fast because I'm really ADD when it comes to making things. And if I don't finish a costume in 2 months, I'm kind of bored of it, and it just goes away. I don't know if that really answered your question or not, sorry. Okay, which one are you? You are number 2. it. I think you got it and you guys quit playing as you. Yeah, I think that was the case. Because we all, like, everybody went away for training, and then we all came back and did Sons of the Forest instead. I should have a fourth one. There it is. What's that? Okay. Remove these a little bit. Is the the Mexican rock bands like Nickelback, many say the band is trash, but everyone knows their songs. They took Mexican rock up in the charts and their music. Okay. I choose cosplays whether they have wings or not. Not necessarily, but that has a high probability for me making it. I do like my characters with wings. Yeah. But I may be doing a character, like a big character without wings soon. I've been kind of obsessing over it, so we'll see. We will see. Hi Joan, welcome on. Hi Shadow Monk. Yeah, today we are working on my Lilith cosplay from Diablo 4. We're working on the lower corset part as well as the front panel, and I'm tracing all of my parts onto leather right now. Specifically these parts, I'm tracing the lines of where I'm going to apply my glue to attach all of the pieces together. Yeah. And to make this easy, we're just going to number these. So it's already on the front. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, I make 100% all of my templates. I've actually never used any other person's template before, or pattern. So, check out my website. I have tons and tons of blueprints and patterns available there for pretty much every costume and prop that I've made. So if you're interested, you can check it out. And these will be available once I'm done with the entire costume. On a roll today with the exclamation points on stuff. Good job. You get the gold star today. Good job. That was great. Thanks. Yeah. I'm happy I kind of answered it then. I know sometimes I go on a little bit of a side story, so. Oh, I just noticed Daniel has beat Caspian, but Caspian still did it. He's been doing it the rest of the time, so thank you, Daniel, to you too. Sorry. Do the tape on that side, since that side's the one that the glue will be on. We may do that for the smaller trim, because that's gonna be hard. Actually, it should just be the same thickness, so I might do my line with my specific, I don't know what it's called. I'll get it out and show you. Okay. And then this one is number 3, which I should be doing these lines as well, because that's gonna help me with knowing alignment on everything. Put those lines on this one as well, since I didn't do it. Wait, you make your own cosplays? No, no. Not possible. Not possible. Not me. Funny thing is, I have so many companies reaching out to me right now, like clothing companies. And they're all like, "Oh, we love your content. You should be our ambassador for this clothing brand stuff." And like, one of them was like, "You're such a gothic girl." And I mean, today I'm wearing all black, but in general, I just wear shirts, and I don't think I have like Lolita gothic fashion. But I find it funny because more and more are just like, I guess the bots, and you reach a certain level, and they just like do random, like, promote us here kind of thing. I don't know. That and a lot of cam services are messaging me now, which is really not my thing. Fine for other people, not for me though. Like, join this service and we'll guarantee you this much money each month, and we'll manage it for you and this and that. And it's like, no, that's okay. I don't want to do that. Want to make my costumes. Okay, there are our lines. So now we need to cut out the bottom trim, put it onto leather, and cut that out. So yeah. Okay, there. I'm cutting this out. That's what I'm doing. I'm like, what am I doing again? Oh. How many corset things have I made, and do you use the same base template for them? I have made tons of corsets. I've never counted them, but I made corsets when I wasn't making cosplays. So I used to make tons of paper ones and glass and metal ones. I've never used the same pattern before. I always make them different each time, just because each design is always different. Like when I was designing them myself, they were each a different type. So I've got like one made out of the auto safety glass that I shattered and then poured resin on top. I've done cast lace, so metal lace that I hand casted and then soldered together. I've done lots of paper corsets, and then just normal metal ones, aluminum laser jet ones. And then for corsets, for cosplays, I really like leather ones. They're just, something about them is just like magical. I have a hard time finding corsets though that actually fit me. The only ones that I've been able to find was one at the Renaissance Festival, and it was the smallest size they had, just because like the waist, even when you pulled them in, it would be as small as you could get. So there wasn't any actual real corsets that worked. I have found a company though, and I used to wear it. I finally found that corset after moving. It only took like half a year. It's I want to say it's like Orchid something, maybe Orchid corsets, and those I'm also in the smallest size. It works great around the waist and the top half, but it is a little still loose here and at the bottom, it like pokes out too much, even when it's fully pulled in. But I like them. I have an obsession with them. So yeah. You can check out the metal ones I used to make. I do still have them on my website in the undergrad section, if you're interested in some of my own designs. Caspian. I'm gonna save this piece because it tells me where to put all of the star pieces. I plan on 3D printing, or 3D modeling, 3D printing all of the little decorative star thingies. I don't know what they're called. A duel between Daniel and Caspian. Yes, who will win? Place your money, place the bets. The betting will close soon. We could actually do a poll on that. Oh, for my mods, I did see, I don't know if y'all can do it, but I know on my end, not on through PC, but on my phone, I could pin a message. So if you ever see something like, we may want to do it in the future of like, what are you working on? Or we could pin on like, Tiffany's working on Lilith today on this piece, blah, blah, blah. We may want to consider that for the future. Okay, there's that one. That's going to be a hard one to cut onto leather. It's the hair, they say gothic, but they mean emo scene. Yeah. I mean, overnight, I changed my hair to blue, and now, I don't know. But I always was getting stuff in the past, too. Gosh, kids are screaming loud today. Holding out hope for Dr. Pepper reaches out. That would be nice. That would be nice. Okay. That one's done. This one. Dr. Pepper's the only sponsor really. I really like my Crew Check sponsor though. Not gonna lie, they're pretty fantastic. So if I had to choose between them two, I will stay with Cratex though. Onto leather. And for those that are still on TikTok or on Instagram, I'm actually live streaming on youtube.com/TiffanyCosplay, and that is where I'm reading chat and answering questions. So go to YouTube, subscribe there, it is free, and talk with our community. Love to have you. Yeah. And for those that are here on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to like the video while it's live. Helps with the YouTube algorithm. Yeah. Yep. tip is not small, it's a stat to save on materials. I mean, it is a benefit of you don't have to buy as much materials. It's true. It's true. Yeah, for Lilith, I am enhancing certain areas. Like, I'm gonna try to do a little bit of a poof around the hips so it goes out a little bit. So I'm not just straight up and down. Yeah. Words are hard. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. Up there, we're gonna put you over there, and you can go back there and there. We'll get you and move you there, and then we're gonna trace those last 3 pieces onto the leather. We'll see what the best place will be. Probably here. I always hate stickers on leather. They just... Ooh, maybe it didn't leave a gooey mark this time. Oh, that's awesome. A lot of times it does. We're gonna try to put our pieces there. So this is the back side. When I do my patterns onto leather, I always do it on the back side, but you do want to check the front first, just to make sure like you don't have any branding marks, especially for cowhides if they mark the hide because it's a cow. Sometimes you'll have a logo on it or you'll have a rip. I don't think this one had it, but a lot of times also for the edges of leather, how they dry them out is they will clip it and then they will stretch it as it dries, and the edges tend to be thinner than the center, and you'll tend to, a lot of times for like veg tan you'll see this, but you'll see the clip marks too, and that will mess with your design. So you just gotta kind of look. And that's why I always recommend, if you're going to use leather, to buy it in person and not online, so you can see what you're actually getting. This side. So I'm just gonna kind of see which way we want to do them. This one's whiter. I might put these on the other side. This one was good here, but that one's a little bit of an odd shape. I'll fit inside a carry-on suitcase. Probably. Probably. Yeah, these two we'll do on the other side. So I'm gonna trace this one here because it's closer to this curvature, and then the other one's gonna put on the other side of the leather, so I can still save as much material as possible. And then I'll go back into my leather bin with all my other ones. Always save leather. Always, always, always. What's my favorite color? Contact company. I guess that almost might depend on what you're already wear contacts with. No, I don't wear prescriptions at all. I've only worn contacts for cosplays. I'll say, so I am sponsored, or well, I kind of was. I don't know if technically I'm sponsored by them anymore, but they've given me a lot of free contacts. So the wholesaler would be Uniqueso, and they are basically the main company for like providing the contact lenses, but the specific brand of contact lenses is SweetieCon. All of their designs are really good, and they do prescription for those. I'll say I've heard a lot of bad stuff about TTI, I think is what they were. They used to be all over the place like a few years ago. I don't know if they're still around. And I've had some other ones that I've tried, but I'd say those are the brands that I like the most. SweetieCon has the best designs, in my opinion. they're more of a fashion, like they're looking at what's trending and designed specifically for anime characters. But in terms of contacts, it may depend, like some of them it just doesn't even matter if you have a prescription if you can't see out of them. Hutao from Genshin Impact, those contact lenses I used, I couldn't see out of them. Like you could, it was like looking like this. So you had tiny little marks because of the specific shape in the eye. So it's very difficult to see. Hanada with this is the same issue. There's some that they've given me and it's just like I can't see anything. And I think for Hutao, I wore it maybe for an hour most, and at all conventions I don't wear it just because I can't see anything. So it can be a little bit dangerous, especially like obviously don't drive in them at all. I think for certain ones they even make you sign a waiver saying like you can't see. But the reason I went to them, which shouldn't be what you should do, is that they don't require a prescription from an eye doctor. Technically so they're not a US company, but technically all US companies, you are, for contact lenses, whether fashion or actual use, you are supposed to have an eye doctor prescription, whether you need them or not. There are, Pinky Paradise has a lot of contact lenses too, and you have to provide, they're a Korean brand, and you do have to provide a prescription for them. But they're another one like Unique So. But ideally, you'd want to get your eyes checked out before wearing them. Safety first. Mega coming up. Oh, that'd be fun. I wish I was doing that one. We had another con reach out to me. I won't say who they are. But most likely won't be going to it just because it's like a similar time from another con that I'm doing. But I've had a few. Just more of, some of them just want you to come out there and won't pay anything, and at that point you're losing money. I'd like to do cons like that, I just can't do that right now and be able to pay my bills. So. Okay, that one's Trace, this is one. Honestly, I should trace this already on the other part, but then I gotta put, well wait, it's just gonna attach to everything. Okay, I think I may use the box cutter for this one. Let's go ahead and do that, since I'm gonna have to flip this. I'm sorry to hear that, Caspian. Hopefully next time. Emergency dentist appointment tomorrow. Ooh. Hoping it would get better on its own, but ugh, I'm sorry. Hopefully it's not a crown. Hopefully it's just a filling. I know those can be awful. Yeah. Let's hope it is shrimp. My hair is not behaving. A little bit off on that one. There we go. Have you always been into costumes, or is cosplay and costumes and everything? I've always been into it. I used to, when I was really, really young, before I knew what cosplay was, I used to design things and do fashion stuff. So I've always been interested in the fashion aspect and just costume making in general. But yeah, I've been cosplaying since 2008. But I've always just kind of done some stuff. I never really wanted to be a costume designer per se though, like for a clothing brand. I don't mind like doing it as like an art piece, and I was doing that for my undergrad, but it's not something I would want to do as a actual, like, for a movie industry I would do that, but not for designing a line for a company. I'm not interested in doing that. Only one crown around here, and that's for Jess. Yep. You have a filling on the tooth already. You're hoping it's just needs repair and not something more serious. It's a pretty old filling. Yeah, fillings, I want to say they only last like 6 to 10 years. Same with crowns. I'm all scared because I have 5 crowns, and one of them I know they're like, okay, after this one, it's because you have to get your crowns replaced after a certain amount of years because they just don't hold up. And I'm just like, oh, I don't want to do it again. Dentistry is always stupid expensive. Luckily, I have insurance now. I just haven't. Mine is different, and I have to do a bunch of special things. So I haven't actually scheduled any dentist stuff here yet, since it's not through technically the Air Force. So. Yeah. Black iris contacts for cosplay. You ran out of regular contacts, so you had to wear them for school. Professor pulled you to the side and said, "Please tell me you were wearing." Oh, that's funny. I just picture you with your contacts and then you wearing your fang teeth at the same time. Actually, let's boop, boop, make it so we don't move them. gonna drink water and sit for a second. Yeah, I'm still dizzy and a bit nauseous today from my medicine, so. Try to take it a little easier. I think you agree. So it's not gonna grow up anymore. It's still like, I had a dream the other night and I was so grumpy in the dream because I went on a school bus for some reason and I was trying to find like my cousin or something, and the kids were like, oh, you're on the wrong bus, you need to be on the one for like the younger kids. And I'm like, I've already graduated high school. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm 30. And I was like yelling at the guy, like the kid, the teenager on the bus, and I was arguing in my dreams. I was so grumpy. I woke up and I was just grumpy. Like, ugh, never taken seriously. Not even in my dreams. Yeah, the chrome rings, that's what they were. I am curious though, which color hairstyle makes me look the oldest. I know I'm taken more seriously with like brunette hair versus my blonde hair, but now I'm curious with my black blue hair if I look older or if I look younger. Yeah. Okay, let's keep cutting. I prefer to cut leather more with scissors, especially with hides like this where they move a lot. We're gonna do another cut. If cosplay doesn't work out, can always be an undercover cop in high school, maybe even middle schools. Okay, thanks Caspian. If you'd like to leave your resignation letter, you can leave it there for Ches. He'll make sure to give you a nice little poo on it, and you can be out the door already. Okay, bye. Okay, that one there. Remind me to sharpen my blade, please. Okay, for our next ones, I was gonna see about possibly this side, I think. You're gonna say older with the black blue hair? Okay. Younger, most definitely. Okay. We've got a fight there. Gother, you say? Okay. Yeah, I would have liked to get gray hair, but my hair type just doesn't work for it, so. Like, even to do this, it took 6 hours just because it doesn't look like I have a lot of hair, but I have a ton of hair, and it just eats up, like, it soaks up so much of the dye and, like, water. And every time I've ever gone to a salon, I'm like, I've got long hair and it takes twice as long as normal. And everybody's like, okay, and they set up a normal time. And if they know me, the stylists be like grumpy because they're like, she told you to set it up for a longer appointment. And yeah. Just people are like, they don't listen. How do I want to do this one? Put it back here. give me the most amount of larger scrap to do. So let's see about placing it there. Ish. And then we've got one more to place. What are you? You're 3. What did I cut already? Did I cut 1? You're a 1. Okay, we're cutting this one. So let's see which side we want this one on. It is on the 1. Okay, we're gonna do it like that-ish. That should help. Skips for this question. That or you got really distracted. What question? Oh, I skipped a few things. I think I found it. When you're judging a cosplay contest, how important is it that the cosplayer is wearing contacts to match the character? It's a cosmetic thing. So whether you're wearing it or not, it shouldn't affect your score. I think it can enhance, but I personally would find rather safety. So if you're not gonna wear contact lenses, you can easily, like, if you're afraid with the judges, like, why don't you have blue eyes and you have brown eyes? Like, the character has blue eyes. Like, if you're concerned about that, which I guess some judges may not like that, I'm not gonna care about that, but you can always tell them the character has blue eyes, but I prefer not to wear contacts, or, like, you know, I can't wear contacts. It shouldn't take apart. I'm really bad at words today. I'm sorry. It shouldn't make you lose points. Just like if you're handicapped and you have to be in a wheelchair or use crutches, that shouldn't be a part of your scoring whatsoever. But I do say, if you are handicapped, I like to see you incorporate your disability into your costume if possible. So if you're in a wheelchair, adding just maybe something that looks like it would be part of the character. So if you're the avatar from, like, Korra the Avatar, maybe having fake little waters, like pictures on the wheelchair or something to look like ocean waves, something like that. So yeah, people can't wear them for medical reasons, so it shouldn't be a concern. But I just tell the judges that too. If, like, you don't know the judges, if you think they're gonna for some reason say something, if you're concerned, but it should not be an issue. I hope I answered that correctly for you, or, like, made it make sense. My words are getting worse right now. I definitely feel, we'll probably have to end sooner. I definitely feel my medicine, like, hitting me a little bit harder right now. And I'm probably gonna have to go lay down in a bit. So, a wee bit more dizzy. Yeah, I saw, I want to say it was on Facebook, and I never look at Facebook, but there was a girl that was cosplaying, and her mom helped her, and she was disabled in a wheelchair. And she's dressed up as Cinderella in her wheelchair. They made a whole, like, PVC frame of the carriage that she could come out in. It was so cool. Yeah. No! Okay, we have to realign this. It got off a little, so. I know, but the medicine should hopefully make me better. it's just trying to rebalance me on everything and hopefully fix my ovary. They did say, the female doctor, so because I was having issues already, they wanted to do an ultrasound to see, and that's how they found that there technically are 2 spots on my right ovary. And she was saying, we're gonna take this medicine, see if it helps, and if it doesn't get better, so I have another ultrasound scheduled for like next month, I believe, but they're hoping that next month the ultrasound will come back with it being lesser, like the things are smaller or they've gone away. But if not, she was saying I'm gonna then have to go to a different, like a very specialist, and most likely I'll have to have surgery. So we're hoping that does not happen. Yeah, so I might just be a little bit dizzy and nauseous for a while. But we'll see. I'm doing small projects right now, taking it slow for my level, but I may have to go a little slower too. But yeah, that's my health stuff right now. I don't know if I actually ever went fully into it, so. Nap stream? No, this isn't Twitch. I could do a nap stream for Fluff though. She's like laying in the sun. Yeah. You just prefer to avoid putting pieces of plastic in your head. Oh yeah, totally understandable. Yeah, I think I spoke to Wizard about it, because I know you reached out. I don't know, I think I told you, Daniel, or at least said a little bit, but I don't know if I told you everything. There's a few people I've talked about it with. But if it gets fixed, hopefully it'll also fix like my uterus as well, because it's a fixed uterus, meaning basically it's stuck in a position because the ovary is swollen and has 2 spots on it, and there's all this like meh and meh. Yeah. Surgeries are not fun. Hopefully that doesn't yeah, I've never had a surgery before besides getting my wisdom teeth removed. I do still need to get my tonsils done, but they're not a major thing. This is a major thing, if that happens. So, I'll have tons of battle damage scars, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to think about it. Ugh. Yeah. Do small projects she's working on, Lilith. I mean, they're small tasks each day for me. Like learning to 3D or learning the resin printer, what works with the support structures. I've learned so much on support structures because I did all 23 prints different. And that's like 23 prints of like one print bed has like maybe 15 parts on it. And I count that as one print. So I've done tons and I've learned so much. I'm happy I've done it. But yeah. It's small accomplishments each day. The corset, the leather one, was made in like 2 days, so I'm happy with that. This one I'll most likely have done today, so it's like little pieces at a time. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Daniel. No, I get confused on who I talk to about things, so. But you asked me if I was feeling, was it yesterday or today? Like how I was feeling, and you said not to push myself or something. I thought I talked to you about it. I don't know. Having to explain it to like every person in my family of like talk to my dad, talk to my mom, talk to this person, talk to this doctor, make sure this doctor knows because I'm also seeing this doctor because they have to talk to each other and paperwork and just like repeat. So. But I will say, so when things happen in my life, I do remember that through the cosplay. So, like, if something is happening really well in my life, I tend to like a cosplay more because I remember that feeling where if I was having a really bad time with my life or like things like that, I remember it about that build. So I'm trying to have it where the Lilith costume, so like the San cosplay, so to be real, I was, because of all of my medical stuff and all of my credit card fraud and things like that, that was happening all at once, I didn't want to do anything anymore. I was like, I kind of felt just like scared to touch any cosplay or to do anything because I just, going through everything, I was just, didn't want to do anything anymore. It's hard to explain. And I really needed a win in me making something. Like, not in competition wise, not in like, I needed to finish something and that's a win for me. Like, I made something, I accomplished something, and that's where I decided to do the San cosplay from Princess Mononoke. So like, I really just want something easy that I can kind of use all materials that I have already and just make something that I know I can make and I can have fun with. And that, after finishing that, I feel very much like rejuvenated and want to make things again. Where I didn't want to make Lilith, I wanted to stop my Nilo costume completely. I was just like, I hate this, I don't want to do anything. So that cosplay is going to be, the Sun cosplay is going to be very much a remembering for me of like, I did this and this is that time in my life of like, I went through this and it was a win. That's how I see a lot of my costumes. I don't know if any of that made sense though, but that's how I see things. Yeah. In passing, you mentioned something in medical issues. Don't remember any specifics. Yeah. Going through hell to make Lilith is appreciated. Yes, literally blood and sweat and tears are going to be making this costume. Yeah. No, this costume, the only thing for Lilith is honestly gonna be taking out the wings is gonna be a kind of simple build in terms of I'm doing stuff that I normally do and I'm just changing materials to leather because I haven't worked in it in a while. And it's just gonna be a fun little build. Not a little build, but you know. The thing that is complicated about Lilith, you can say the horns are more complicated, but in the end it's EVA foam that we're going to be doing foam clay onto. You're making a helmet that's going to sit on your head. It's basically Vegeta. Like, the hair I made is how I'm seeing it. But the complicated thing is going to be the wings, and that is the challenge for this cosplay, and making it transportable to fly with those wings, and not have them just be I have a certain look that I want them to be. And I think with the latex, I'm going to accomplish that. But there's parts of it I haven't finalized in my head. And for me, I know cosplay will work if I can finalize it and visualize the final result in my head. And I have most of it, but so if this is the wing right here, and this is the person, this is the wing coming out. So the ground's this way. I just have it upside down. I have all of this lower half of the wings, have how it's going to attach on me, all figured out. It's all going to come apart and then you can fold it because the latex and all this. The one thing is they're all going to attach to this top piece. That top piece, I can't fully visualize it. Like, I have the idea, but I haven't finalized what it's gonna be yet. So that's the one thing about this costume that's gonna make it a little more difficult, and I just haven't sat down to actually think about the wings yet, since I really just started Lilith, like, kinda yesterday, or like 2 days ago, like actually starting to work on it. I know we did another stream on it, but honestly I wasn't really working on it. We drew stuff and that was about it. If you ever feel down like that again, you can always come to me. I will allow you to hit Daniel over and over again. Thanks, Clip. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. You don't think you can fly with those wings? I mean, I'm trying. No, So, I want to take this to Monsterpalooza. And I want to take this to BlizzCon. If BlizzCon happens. I want to go to BlizzCon with Lilith. That is a goal if the cosplay doesn't look like shit. Which I don't think it will, but you never know. I've had some fails on costumes before. But that's like my goal is BlizzCon this year. Maybe ever. Yeah, that was a comment on my RL costume. Everyone's like, you're walking so weird and this and that, and it's like, she doesn't walk, she floats. Like, what do you want me to do? The design's not made for like walking, it's made for she's floating everywhere. She's got like these huge pieces of wings on the legs that come out and they hit, yeah. BlizzCon is happening, that has been confirmed. Okay, good. There's been no dates or anything, so I don't know. Also, question. I saw somewhere that like the last BlizzCon was free in person? Or is it like, is that something you have to buy tickets for, or is that actually free? I'm curious. You can also DM me stuff, Wizard, if you don't wanna, yeah. Okay, I think we got this traced. 2019 was the last in-person event. It was not free. Okay, I guess I read something wrong then. The online one was free. Okay. That makes sense. Hey, maybe even possibly entering the BlizzCon cosplay competition. That is a dream too, unless they want me to be a judge, which I would love to be a judge as well. That would be really cool. That's high hoping or high dreaming, but I want to go to BlizzCon. Never been. It's on my goal list thingy. Yeah. Okay. Let us cut this piece out. I'm gonna cut from this side to there, just so I have the least amount of wiggle. If I was to cut this piece separately, it would work better for cutting, but because these are so thin, it would be more likely to move and harder to cut. So we're gonna start from this side and work our way that way. That's gonna be the best results, I think. All right. Drink some water. And thank you you guys for watching. Cheers, everybody. If you are on TikTok or Instagram, I'm actually live streaming on youtube.com/TiffanyGrayCosplay, and that is where I am reading chat and answering questions. We've been talking about life stuff lately. Sorry, but we're working on a Lilith costume right now. BlizzCon cosplay contest. Cough, cough. I have no idea how you even get into that. Like, I know you have to have like a ticket to go to BlizzCon, which I wasn't sure on if it's free or not. But like, I think you show up and like I don't know. Like, do you pre-register for that, or I have no idea. It's always been something like a crazy thing. Crazy things. Oh, sharpen blade. Sharpen blade. I just feel like I'm going so slow right now. Like, all of this would have taken me like an hour to do, and I'm on like 2 hours because I feel blah. Just keep in my mind. It's okay. That did not cut through very well. I think I'm gonna just break the blade off and get a new one. See if it bust. To show you bought at least 37 Hearthstone packs. In the past, it was an event you registered for. There was the community showcase where you just walked on the stage, and then there was the actual competition, right? Yeah, I knew there was the two of them. For their online one, I was part of the community showcase, but I think it was just like me and one other person, and I know a lot of people were really confused because everybody's like, you were in the contest? I'm like, no, I just sent them my Mercy stuff to showcase it, and they used me as the thumbnail, which is really cool. I think we're gonna have to cut a little bit more of this. Not pushing hard enough anymore. Welcome on. Hope you're doing okay. You register online. They haven't announced 2023 rules yet. Yeah. My Blizzard cosplay! That was showcased on Blizzard or BlizzCon, but I actually made it for TwitchCon. I assume BlizzCon, they wouldn't purposely have the date the same day of TwitchCon, since TwitchCon has already announced their dates. But for any of those cosplayers, I got a new tool for wigs, and I haven't tested it out yet, so I'm not gonna recommend it yet. But for hair, like doing cosplay wigs, you normally crimp it to give volume, and crimping takes forever because for one hair strand you gotta crimp, and normally it's like crimp, hold, 2, 3. Hold 2, 3. And for super long legs, those are annoying. I found a specialty too, which if it works, I'll recommend it and show it. But it's a crimper that automatically rolls. So you just put it in your hair and just roll it down and it crimps it. And I'm really excited to try it out because that's one thing that, it was cheap too. I think it was like 40 bucks or something. But hopefully it works because crimping hair sometimes will take like 4 hours at a time. And it's, yeah, not fun. Not fun. Oh, Real, thank you for the $10 donation. I really appreciate it. Hope your day gets better. I appreciate it. Much love. Yeah, my day will be consistent after this of laying on the couch and trying to eat some food. Alright, I got it. Thank you, I appreciate it. Write it down, write it down. In the past, if you competed in TwitchCon, you couldn't compete in the same cosplay as BlizzCon, and they were usually the following weekend apart. I've never, well, I know for TwitchCon, it never mattered if you competed in both. But I'm not planning on competing with Lilith in TwitchCon. Like, that's not a thing for me. I would only want to compete at BlizzCon with Lilith. Or just not compete at all with it. I'm at the point where I can't really compete in anything anymore. The only contest that I can still compete in would be... Technically I could do like C2E2, I think. Like the Crown Cosplay Championship, because I haven't judged that. BlizzCon, technically, for the Hearthstone's cosplay competition, I was not a judge. I was just administration, not through Blizzard, but through Ultimate Cosplay. So technically, I'm not a part of Blizzard staff, and I've never did anything, so I could still do it. And then TwitchCon, I could still technically compete in that, since I've never won. I mean, I can do small cons and stuff, but I don't want to compete in small cons. It's no. And the only reason I did the LA Comic-Con was just like I was doing an online thing that I just did something and I wasn't expecting much and it turned into a whole everything. So yeah. I think I'm gonna leave that part attached for now. I could do World Cosplay Summit because I've never judged for it. I would be interested in maybe doing that, but that's a whole nother thing that I'd have to have somebody to cosplay with and to do a skit with. Try and keep in frame as much as possible. Supposed to be resting and relaxing, not jumping through so many hoops. What about New York City Comic Con or San Francisco? I might be able to do those. I don't know if I I've done Comic-Cons before, but I don't think they were part of the same circuit. So I think I would still be able to, but it would depend on what those circuit they're technically under. Okay, that one's done. So you can, like, let's see how to put it. You can compete, so it depends on rules for competitions and for judging, but in general, if you are a judge for a cosplay competition one year, it is looked down upon to compete in it the next year. Because at that point, you're being, like, you're being treated as somebody who... Sorry, I'm falling over at this point. I'm gonna sit. Okay, I'll say what I personally think. If you've won a competition with a costume, you should not be able to compete with that same costume in another competition. This is technically called sandbagging, and it is frowned upon. Now, cosplay competitions, it depends on their rules. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you've won with that costume or not, so you could continue to win with it multiple times. I'll say a lot of judges really don't like that either, so if you've won, a lot of times they'll let you walk the stage like if you won it in a different competition, but they won't give you a prize, or they'll just give you a judge's favorite, and that's it. For me, if I have been a judge for that competition or that circuit, I will not compete at any of those. Yeah. And then I lost where I was going. Sorry. Ask me next time. I'm a little down. Like, ugh. I think I'm actually gonna end the stream here and go lay down because I am getting a bit more nauseous and dizzy, and I need to relax a little bit. So I'm not gonna cut this last piece. I'll do it tonight at some point. But we're gonna end early there. Sorry guys. If you don't know, I'm going through some medical stuff and I'm on new medication that makes me really nauseous and dizzy, and it's hitting me hard. So I apologize for that. I hope you did enjoy the stream so far. So yeah. And if you were on TikTok or Instagram, thank you for watching thus far. I try to do live streaming every Tuesdays, even though it is Wednesday today. But I'm going to go and lay down. I'm a bit dead. So thank you guys for watching. If you are new to YouTube, love to have you as part of our community here. So subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to show some extra love and support, you can financially support by joining and becoming a member. It is a monthly subscription thing to give you early access to a lot of my cosplay tutorials and just show support, since this is my full-time job. So no, it's okay. It's okay. I was slowly kind of going downward, so yeah. You're all good. Next stream, ask the question, I'll be able to answer it. Just right now, I need to lay down. So, all good. But a big thank you to Wizard for the $20 donation, Angry for the remember, Daniel for the remember, Airchurch for the remember, and Real for the $10 donation. I really appreciate it, guys. I'll see you next week for another live crafting stream, and you'll get a tutorial this week and a bunch of other stuff, and I'm gonna go. So, yes. Much love, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Boop.